The 2-week Minecraft phase is something every player has probably experienced in some form at some point. It's the art of creating a brand new world, playing on it for, well, 2 weeks, and then never touching it again. These 2 weeks usually create some of the best memories, outplay some of the funniest moments, and cements friendships for life. But why does it only last for 2 weeks? And better yet, how do we make it last forever? A 2-week Minecraft phase usually stops when there's nothing more to do, when everything you set out to do has already been done. And if you're anything like me, your 2-week Minecraft to-do list probably looks something like this. First, being really excited about creating that new world, building your first base with all your ideas, and generally just progressing through the game. Second, after getting good enough gear, you decide to go to the nether to get blaze rods and pearls. Maybe even some netherite. Third, you immediately head to the end to beat the dragon, followed by an exploration of the end islands to get some of that sweet, sweet loot. Until finally you find your way back home, and fourth, nothing. You feel absolutely nothing. Everything you wanted to do has already been done, and now that you've beaten the game, everything you do from this point on will feel kinda pointless. The reason you got gear in the first place is because you needed it to survive the nether, and the reason you went to the nether is because you needed blaze rods and pearls to beat the game. Everything you did had a direct purpose, which is the reason why you did it. This means that after reaching your end goal, you basically have no motivation to pursue anything else in the game, leading to you leaving the world forever. So how do we fix that? How do we fix what seems to be a simple lack of motivation? Well, to some extent, motivation is personal. What works for one person might not work for another. But a strategy that's worked for me and many others is to set very specific goals rather than broad ones. An example of this could be when people generally build houses. I always hear people say stuff like, I should build a big base. I want to get blocks. I'll finish it eventually. I like kissing boys. Okay, maybe that's only some Minecraft YouTubers, but you know what I mean. Big, blocks, and eventually aren't very specific. If you already know what you're gonna build, think about the hows, which, and whens. How big is it gonna be? Which blocks are gonna be used? When is it gonna be done? Having a predetermined goal in mind and working towards completing that specific goal will probably give you the kick that you so desperately need and expand your 2-week Minecraft phase tenfold. But, as I've said before, that's, it's only going to work for some people. So, there's no guarantee that it's going to work for you. Okay, just try it, man. I don't know why I'm talking so much. But it's also because of how the 2-week Minecraft phase works, and especially what it is. Yes, it is a time period usually, but surprisingly not actually bound to only 2 weeks. What I mean by this is that the 2-week Minecraft phase is an experience rather than a thing in and of itself. It can be longer or shorter than just 2 weeks. Maybe your 2-week Minecraft phase is a multiplayer world with a bunch of friends. You guys play pretty much all day, every day, and you're having the time of your life. Everything seems to be going well until one of your friends decide to kill your dog. Obviously, this wasn't nice, but you're a good guy and you don't overreact. Oh, yeah, that's not good. You kill everyone, destroy every building, smother every single atom of all living beings, and blow up every single last bit of that world until there's nothing left and everybody logs off. Okay, maybe that was a little over-exaggerated, but the point is that there isn't only one singular way to experience a 2-week Minecraft phase. It varies a lot. And with variation in how a 2-week Minecraft phase is perceived, different opinions are, bound to happen. Which is why I can't tell you exactly how to stop it, but I can push you in the right direction, I think. Okay, that's the second time I've paused a video like this, just keep it going. But I think the first thing and probably most important step you should take to extend your 2-week Minecraft phases is to figure out why you play and also why you stopped. About 4 years ago, I was, just like you, stuck in a loop of creating 2-week Minecraft phases probably a few times a year. And every single time I created a new world, I always wondered why this was. I asked myself why I played and why I stopped. Why couldn't I just commit to one world? Why did I stop playing after beating the game, and why did I keep doing the same thing on every single world over and over again? I hated the fact that I left worlds to rot only to start a new one a few months later. So I finally sat down, really thought about it, and after a while, I decided to start streaming it. And that was it for me. Sharing my ideas, my gameplay, and my world to everyone who wanted to watch made me want to keep coming back to construct more builds, survive more days, complete more challenges, and create more content. If it wasn't for Minecraft, I would have never started streaming, which means I would have never started YouTube, which means I would have never started making videos. And even this video you're watching right now would have never existed, which would honestly be a good thing, you know what I mean? For me, creating content was what reignited my love for the game and also how I found out what I really enjoy about Minecraft, which is at its core, creativity. Creativity to do anything you can possibly dream of. If you want to speedrun the game, you're free to do that. If you want to take it slow, build, relax, it's perfectly within your rights. I realized that Minecraft is a game of creativity to do whatever you want. And after that, I finally stopped making new worlds and simply did what I wanted to do. And maybe what worked for me will work for you too, but if not, I do have other methods. Maybe you should just stop crying and play something else, like Valorant. Nah, who am I kidding? Nobody wants to play that shit. Something I've seen recently on YouTube is people doing a so-called forever world. And if it wasn't obvious to begin with, the term forever world means a world you keep playing on forever. Now, this doesn't mean you have to play on it all the time. You can also take breaks or play on other worlds if you want. It's more a world you can keep coming back to from time to time instead of starting a new one. In other words, just stop creating new worlds. Have your 2-week Minecraft phase, leave for a few months, and simply come back to the same world. Keep having 2-week Minecraft phases on the same world, and eventually you'll end up with a world you can truly be proud of. I think this is an amazing idea and something that could definitely help a lot of people continue their Minecraft phases beyond just 2 weeks. I think it works mostly because you're already going into it with the mindset that this is going to be your main world forever. And mindset, just as well as motivation, are equally important to keep a 2-week Minecraft phase going. Because usually when people start a world, they have goals and aspirations they want to complete. But if you know you're going to keep this world forever, you're already way more likely to keep going. Alright, so at this point, your 2-week Minecraft phase should be fixed. But if it still somehow isn't, I do have one last suggestion. Because throughout the years, Minecraft has changed quite a lot. And some changes are so severe that people who used to play Minecraft like 5 years ago barely recognize the game for what it is today. And for some people coming back to the game, that's already a deal breaker. I would be lying if I said that the recent updates haven't gotten just a little bit of hate. Okay, maybe a lot of hate. And it makes sense that some people just don't like it. Progressing through the game is just way too easy now. And it becomes more obvious when you realize how easy it is to get diamonds. Like, they are everywhere. So whether you think the new updates are bad or good, Minecraft is definitely not the same game it was a few years ago. But what if, and hear me out, you simply just didn't play the newer versions? What if you went back to updates like 1.8 before the combat update and just messed around there? No huge caves to get infinite diamonds, no shipwrecks to get easy iron, just pure raw survival. If you want to find iron or diamonds, you gotta go into these small narrow caves, where most of them lead to nothing. You gotta bridge across lava with like 6 skeletons shooting at you because the caves are so small, only to get 1 single diamond. Maybe somewhere down the road you spot a ravine, which is the coolest but probably also the most dangerous place in the caves. Zombies, spiders, and skeletons all launch at you from different angles, while creepers are dropping on you from above like carpet bombs. You barely escaped this mining trip alive, but at least you got 13 iron, 52 lapis, and 5 diamonds. There's no way that's it, bro. Alright, now your 2-week Minecraft phase should finally be fixed. No? It didn't do anything? Okay, I guess I'm just the worst YouTuber of all time. If you honestly don't think any of these suggestions are gonna help you, I might have some bad news. Even though we've talked about all these different ways to make a 2-week Minecraft phase last longer, there are people who are looking for something different. Because as we said earlier, the 2-week Minecraft phase isn't a term or an experience at all. For some people, it's just nostalgia. And I think the majority of 2-week Minecraft phases are based upon just that. The incredible feelings and moments you experienced just a few years ago. The joy you once had when a new update came out. The curiosity to keep exploring, keep building, and keep upgrading. Things you just don't feel anymore when playing Minecraft. And trust me, I love Minecraft just as much as you do. It has given me so much joy and purpose, it isn't just another game to me. Minecraft is the pinnacle of creativity, and if you're going back to a 2-week Minecraft phase looking for the same nostalgic feeling you had playing a few years ago, I'm sorry, but that's just not gonna come back. We have to let the past be the past and keep moving forward. Become curious about the new additions. Take interest in new mechanics, build techniques, and so on, because some kid out there is experiencing the exact same joy and nostalgic feeling you had a few years ago. So why can't you too?